Hello everyone, this is Blank. Today we are doing creating music. And what kind of music, you might ask? We are trying to create the Need More Cowbell from the Saturday Night Live skit. Um, I can show you what I have so far. I mean, it's not going to be exact because there's no like electric guitar. There's not. It's just like, all right, here's a guitar one or a guitar note, and it's like, all right, I'm trying to make do with what I can. Yeah, I had to create this whole setup because basically for these blocks, I needed this block specifically for the sticks. And basically, I had to create a whole system because this one would not interact with this when I tried going next to each other. So I was like, okay, well, I need to be timed pretty much accurate. So here's what we got. It's not bad. Obviously, this one, like if you take out these two, these was it 2, 4, 6, 8? These eight are the melody. Yeah, So these eight notes are pretty much the melody for the entire music. So don't have to worry too much on that. Basically, it's just going to be repeating for the most part. That being said, I have to. So I have two types of wool in case, because I know there's some other guitars in there, so I might have to put like another wool side by side or something else. I have to put a drum in or a kick, or I'll probably put a. Well, I actually have. I put them. I put labels all over because I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna remember all this. I might do string bass because there is a bass guitar in there. There's the snare drum. I'm gonna put that in there. We put this. That's all done. Don't have to worry about that. A bass drum kick, which is different, from the snare drum. So we're probably gonna put that in there as well. There's no bells. Don't have to worry about that. No flute. No chimes. No xylophone or iron xylophone. We do have a cowbell, so we're gonna have to put that in. There's no didgeridoo. No bit. No, we might put a banjo in there because there's technically, if you look at the skit, there are three guitars. So one's probably a bass, one's electric guitar, one I'm not sure if it's another bass or another guitar. I don't know for sure. So I might put a banjo in there, see if how it sounds. If it doesn't sound good, I might just do another guitar and just put it a little bit higher frequency, maybe, or higher pitch. Who knows? And then there's piano, and this is not the weird thing. You have an electric piano because, like, obviously, if you yeah, so that's electric piano, but it's like, okay, well, you have that. What about electric guitar? I don't know, but neither here nor there. I don't. In the skit, there was no piano, but we'll see how that works out. Not sure. I'm still going to be doing this a little bit more. I'll probably just update you guys again once I have a little bit more done. But yeah, just kind of getting you guys a little bit of an update as this is this is taking a little bit of time and a little bit of tinkering, especially that last part for the sticks. That was very difficult to figure out because I was like, okay, why is this not working? I had a bright idea like, oh, I can because I was first trying to use redstone torches to kind of like do like a locked one. So like once this turned on, it would turn on this to send it this way, but that was not working. So I was like, okay, let's do an observer a little bit farther back because each of these are delayed And then yeah, it worked out great. Maybe in the long run, it worked out, and that's all I really care about. So these are going to be a little bit off from the guitar. No worries there. I might loop all this back around as well because obviously I don't want to go just endless. Because even in Minecraft, the note blocks have a certain radius. I forget what that radius is. If you know in the comments, let me know. Uh, it's always good to know that kind of information. But yeah, I'm just gonna continue on with what I'm doing. Wardens are definitely helping us out back there as they are keeping this whole area clear, and we'll just, I guess, go from there. All right, see you guys in a little bit. Okay, so a little bit later, and we have gotten a little bit more done. I actually added the cowbell next. Hopefully, that kind of sounds a little. It sounds a little bit like it. It's not going to sound exact. I know that at this point. This creating cowbell is actually tough as well because it should have worked if it was side by side. I think the only way to have it work side by side is if it's starting initially, initially, Yeah, that's the right word. Initially, so if it's not starting at the same point, then you gotta do a bunch of other stuff, and basically I have to do the same thing with that one. I had to put observer to dispenser. Dispenser shoots to a uh, pressure plate, and the pressure plate sends the redstone signal, which activates this, and there it goes. So here's what it sounds like so far. Sounds a little bit like it. Um, it's not bad. I think once I add the drum, it might help. Same with the bass string, but for now, I think that's not too bad. Only only tough part about this is that I have to essentially go and reset these every time. That's the only downside. Because if I put two in, then it'll fire twice, and then that's a whole issue right there. So only one item can be in there, and then it has to be perfect so it doesn't like I can put these two up there just so I don't have to worry about it somehow clipping those edges. Um, so that is an option. Uh, so that was there. Then basically I then have to create a whole other observer setup where I think it's kind of like right when this one activates or where the cowbell activates. I have to send a whole redstone signal over probably over here or to the far side with both the bass string and the kick drum slash snare. So that's gonna be fun. A lot longer process than I thought it would be. I think so far this whole thing together, just trying to find the right rhythm, I think it's taking about an hour. So if you're gonna do just a heads up for anyone who has not dealt with music notes or has tried to create music in Minecraft using the note blocks, it takes a while. I mean, like, it takes a long while. I would say just like, if you're doing this in survival, um, be expected to take a few hours just to get the bare minimum. Um, yeah, that's all I can really say about it. It does sound good. I will say that, even though it doesn't sound like the actual music in the skit or stuff like that, it does actually sound pretty good. So I do at least enjoy that. Um, but yeah, it's kind of funny how like I'm not actually running on the ground, but it shows the animation. I'm just getting sidetracked at this point. But yeah, honestly, with that being said, let's. Oh, okay. For a second, I thought that villager was holding something. It's like, don't doesn't it look like he's holding the anvil or something? Anyways, yeah. Let's just kind of get back into it. I'll probably give you guys another update once I've probably figure out the next step, whatever that may be. But yeah, I'll just get into it and let's cut right to it. All right, so I got the next part done. Got the bass string. It took a. It wasn't actually that hard to do. It was more so just kind of matching up with the guitar, and then I actually made. So if I look at the guitar, that's a zero, and then I decided to do this up two. So it's basically mirroring the guitar exactly, except each block is two notes higher pitch. And then honestly, for the redstone, I just kind of we can get rid of that. Kind of just connected it up from this one. So once this fires, this will actually. Hmm, now that I think about it, what does this do? Does it go at the same time? Yeah, yeah, it's just about the same time. Hmm. I say it's just about the same time, but I feel like it's still off. Yeah, it seems like it's still off by a little bit. Hmm. Uh, kind of running out of space here, unless I want to. Oh, so let's do this. And then we can add in. Let's try that. If that doesn't work, we can always do something different. Mm, okay, now that one seems a little fast. Okay, let's try it without that one little delay. Not terrible. Hmm. Yeah, it's a work in progress. Yeah, we'll see. Obviously, you still gotta do the snare drum, the kick. So I think once we have those in, we can either find out if it works or if this was just a complete mess. We'll see. Right now, it's turned. It sounds a little bit like a complete mess, but maybe with that kick drum and the snare, maybe we can get to something somewhat decent. We'll see. For now, I guess we'll just keep on working and go from there. Yeah. All right. So I think we got the next part done. Next part is we put in the snare drum, not the kick drum, just the snare drum. This one took. So I had to put. Let's go on F5. I had to put two snare drums because there's just a little, like it's 3 rapid notes. So I had to put 3 of these together. If I didn't, it would actually just take a little bit too long. So that was a challenge. And not terrible. Um, Obviously, it's kind of getting out of range for hearing it. It's not terrible. Okay. Uh, yeah. Honestly, the one in the skit goes on for, I think it's like 20 seconds at a time. This one is maybe 10. So just to put that in perspective for you. Yeah. Plus, I'm doing it kind of like just one level. If I want to, I would probably make a bunch of levels. But this, yeah, I'm just trying to do as much as I can, kind of with what I have. I think this part in general, like here's my main signal to all the other ones. Because this goes to Cowbell, this goes to our string bass, this goes also to our snare drum, and then next it's also going to go to our kick bass, so or kick drum. So yeah, this is our centerpiece, and this is a connection piece. And here's our starting point. It's a very it's a very large process when you think about it. Like, yeah, if you just look all the way from up here, let's see, where's the best place? Yeah, it's a hefty amount of redstone and note blocks so far. So honestly, I'm sure I could create something a little bit more original, but I figured, okay, first time using note blocks to create a song, I kind of want to do this, so we are doing it, and it's turning out to be something. I think that's probably the best way to put it. It's not going to be exact. I'm sure anyone in the comment section, if you say, "Hey, that doesn't sound anything like it," yes, I do realize that. I'm also working with limited items, so there's no electric guitar. Limited item. It's only guitar, so it's limited. The drum drums I can work with, snare and kick. That's all. That's all I got. Then the hitting of the sticks. I got kick or I got clicks and sticks. Then for the bass, all I have are bass string. That's it. Nothing else. No electric bass guitar, nothing like that. Just string bass. So for those in the comments, if you do say anything about it, trust me, I'm aware. Don't need to say anything. But it's a fun project for me to try and create something like this, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it as well. So I'm going to go and enter in the last item, which is the kick, and then I guess we'll see how it all sounds like. Yeah. All right, let's get to it. Okay, I think I finally got it all done. Took a little bit of time. Had to move some things. Actually, let's make it daytime real quick. Make it a little bit easier for you guys to see. There we go. Okay, so basically, same thing with the other ones. Had to wire it down. I had to put a repeater here because it was too far away. Then I had to create two different lines. Same with the snare drum because there were three basically right back to back, and there'd be a delay if I. So yeah, had to do it there. Had some worries because obviously I had to take it down a couple times actually because the timing was off. And this one, it would go like dun dun dun, and then the next one would go this one first, and that one, and that one, and it was like wait that does, and then it would be off. So I had to take it down like three times. I think I spent about like 30 minutes doing all this. So quite a lot, or quite a while. I think that one. I was trying to say one of those two things. But yeah, had to actually go up and over some stuff just to make it work. Let's see though. That's there. That's there. Okay. Yep. I think we are all good. I don't know. I think it sounds all right. I don't think it's a crazy thing. First, honestly, for a first attempt of doing a full on kind of like melody song in Minecraft, I am quite happy with myself. This was a lot of work, uh, but yeah, hopefully you guys at least enjoyed. Like, look, this is that's all the work. Uh, there we go. That's all the work. That definitely was a lot of work to do. Enjoyed it nonetheless. Might do something more original for like the No Minecraft series. So feel free to check those out. That's always in the. It's usually a link or not. I don't know. There's usually something at the end of the video that helps you, or if you want to check those videos out, they will be there. But yeah, hope you guys at least enjoyed this video. I know I definitely enjoyed creating it. And leave a like if you like the video. Subscribe if you're new. It's always appreciated. You can always change your mind later. And I will see you all in the next video. Okay? See you guys.